Hello and welcome to this live interaction with me, Ashish Parekh. Now, we've been discussing about COVID-19 and also the myriad of problems that it has been posing and also the different types of issues that have been cropping up and are being reported across the world. One of them now has baffled scientists and experts all across the world. Well, COVID-19, like we all know, may cause many damages, but now as per reports, it may also cause sudden and permanent hearing loss, and this is what experts have found during one of their studies. Now, they've also added that such problems need early detection and also urgent treatment, and given the fact that coronavirus has been found to affect body in many ways, like loss of taste and also loss of smell to organ damage, doctors have reported fresh evidence that COVID-19 could possibly also affect hearing as well. Now, this has been published in BMJ Case Reports, and this has been published by experts at the University College London. And the case study that they're talking about in particular is about a 45-year-old man with asthma who was admitted to intensive care unit with COVID-19. He was ventilated and also given drugs including the antiviral remdesivir and also intravenous steroids as well. A week after leaving intensive care, he developed some sort of a ringing sound and then hearing loss subsequently in his left ear in particular. Now, the team has also said that none of the medications the man was given could possibly have expected to cause some sort of a damage to his hearing as well. So the only other likelihood is this might be some or the other sort of side effect of COVID-19 as well. And also given the fact that he did not really have any sort of a problem with his ear canals or eardrums, this is something that has made everyone very curious about this particular case as well. And also further investigation into this particular case study showed absolutely no sign of autoimmune problems as well, while he was he did not really have any sort of a flu or HIV conditions previously as well, which could possibly have linked to hearing loss. What's more, this particular man had never ever had any sort of hearing problems, and the only thing that he was suffering from was COVID-19, and that has now resulted in hearing loss according to this particular group of experts. So to tell us more about this, to explain to us what possibly could be the reason and also if there is a possibility of COVID-19 actually affecting hearing, I have with me our expert for the day, Dr. Rohit Udaya Prasad, who is the ENT and hearing implantology consultant at the Aster RV Hospital. First of all, Dr. Rohit, thanks a lot for joining us in this live interaction. My first question, of course, a lot of viewers are also puzzled right now, is can COVID-19 lead to hearing loss?
See, first of all, there's an entity called as a sudden onset sensory neural hearing loss. This hearing loss mostly happens due to a preceding viral illness or an ischemia or a vascular issue leading to abrupt loss of blood supply to the organs and then causing stunning of the ear and causing hearing loss. This can happen on one side. Sometimes, very rarely, can happen on both sides. In this viral etiology, we normally see in our day-to-day practice people coming to us with sudden onset hearing loss in one of the ears, which was preceded by a viral illness. These people do not turn up immediately and think it to be just a block in the ear or just a common cold and ignore it. And when they get evaluated, they find out that it is a complete hearing loss. It is a very rare possibility. Not many cases have been reported here in India yet, but it is a slim chance that yes, definitely it could be leading to hearing loss. COVID-19 could also lead to this sudden onset hearing loss. It can also be due to the fact that the virus, how it behaves in the body, and also can affect the vasculature, which is supplying the inner ear. That also could lead to sudden onset hearing loss.
Well, that is surprising, doctor, coming from you, because a lot of people would now be puzzled about the possibility of COVID-19 and hearing, because just like you rightly mentioned, we haven't really had any sort of cases, because this is the first time I've been following a lot of COVID-19 cases. This is the first time there has been a link between COVID-19 and hearing loss. Have you, in your experience, come across any such cases? And if yes, or even if no, is there a possibility? And what is the ratio in which you would possibly have all of these cases coming up?
So yes, I have been treating COVID patients in my hospital. Many of the patients who are treated in the ward care are recovering and going back home, do not present to us back with hearing loss as such. But yes, of course, it is a slim chance that yes, we can have this kind of a possibility.
Okay.
Also, it could be due to other drug reactions, drug interactions, maybe some ototoxic drugs, not the medications that are possibly given for COVID-19 treatment as such, but other medications given to the patient that can also lead to some toxicity and hearing loss.
Yeah.
It is a possibility. Yes, I'm definitely seeing, other than the hearing loss, I'm definitely seeing a lot of patients coming and presenting to us with vertigo, with spinning sensation. We call that as Meniere's disease. Some of them also present to us with position vertigo.
Yeah.
Hearing loss I have not come across yet, but it could be a possibility. But I would not say that it's a very serious possibility.
Okay. Also, yes, the fact that, there is a possibility of COVID-19 and hearing being linked itself is something that, is something serious and needs to be looked at. So, now a lot of viewers who are watching right now might have this one question that, I'd like you to address. The question is there a possibility of avoiding this? Is there any way that you could in particular stay safe from any such sort of comorbidities or any such sort of side effects that could possibly crop up even after COVID-19 has passed?
So, just like a patient who recovers from COVID will visit the hospital for a routine checkup post-COVID to check on himself whether he is all right or not. Simultaneously, I think the patient should also come and get an audiological assessment. That's a hearing test.
Okay.
So at least that will give them a baseline hearing value and also will give them an idea what the hearing is and also will enable us as doctors to track if there's any post-COVID sequelae, whether it's going to cause any further hearing loss in these patients.
Yeah.
So that's one way we can keep a track. And in case there is a sudden onset hearing loss,
Absolutely.
then they would definitely be able to feel it or sense it that the ear is blocked all of a sudden. They could definitely come in for an assessment. And that should be treated immediately by administering steroid injections into the ear. That's what is done so that the ear recovers very quickly. So that's one way which they can come to us directly. But I would suggest that on a routine basis, if they can just get an audiological evaluation, a hearing test for themselves, it will give them an idea or a baseline value of the hearing levels. They might be having a pre-existing hearing loss. So it does not mean that it is because of COVID. It could already be a pre-existing hearing loss.
Okay.
In those patients who are like youngsters or people who had absolutely normal hearing, if they feel that they are having some issue with the hearing, they could just get that evaluated. It's a very basic test which will give a clear idea of what's happening.
Absolutely. Also, doctor, before we wrap up this live discussion, a couple of tips or a couple of signs that people should watch out for in case anyone's watching this live interaction. A couple of signs that they should watch out for that could possibly hint at a possible hearing loss after COVID.
Yeah. So this will be basically you can evaluate this in those patients who are requiring ward care and not intensive care, because if they're in the intensive care and on the ventilator, definitely they'll not be able to notice much of a change.
Okay.
But those people who are in ward care or who have a mild to moderate disease and who will be going back home after the stipulated time and recovery, they need to keep a watch on how the hearing levels are. So if they feel that there is a sudden block in the ear associated with some amount of ringing sensation or buzzing in the ear or whistling sound, and they could also be associated with some amount of spinning sensation, which we call as vertigo, they should immediately let the treating doctors in the hospital know that this is cropped up all of a sudden, which can be easily evaluated and treated.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, doctor, for joining us on this live interaction. That was Dr. Rohit Udaya Prasad joining us live from Aster Hospital as well. Clearly going on and saying that yes, there is a possibility of COVID-19 resulting in hearing loss as well, but the possibility and the ratio of this is very slim. So it is not something that you need to be taking very seriously, but at the same time, this is something that needs to be watched out for. And also experts across the world need to study this in detail and try and understand how this particular thing could be countered, and also clearly giving us tips about how you should watch out for signs post-COVID that could hint at any sort of hearing loss. So do let us know what you guys think in the comment section below, and also do not forget to like, share and subscribe to News 9 Digital. Thanks a lot for watching.